Hello there and welcome to Elk Mountain Wyoming by Elk Mountain Modding, probably one of the best maps that there has ever been for Farm Sim. We've just bought a pile of land out here in Wyoming and we're going to get ourselves a ranch built, and I think we will do that in time-lapse form, so here we go.
Welcome back. We've spent most of August setting up the ranch, getting all the equipment we need, and now we're just returning to the farm with our last load of seed and supplies that we're going to need. So we'll get everything strapped down. We're in the town of Clearwater, which is the main town on the map. Isn't a particularly large town at all, and it's not a very big drive back to the farm. Not a very long drive, I should say. So we'll get out onto Main Street. And we'll talk about what we've done. You should have seen mostly from the time lapse. We got most of the farm built, the ranch built. I think I captured most of that for the time lapse. And then I started mapping out the first field that will have a crop in it with a plough. And then just to get it carved up, I leased a larger cultivator and tractor just to get the field marked out, so then I could use courseplay and get a worker ploughing up that ground, because it would need ploughing first before we can plant anything in it. But we should have it ready for planting corn or soy next year. I'm thinking I might plant corn in it next year, to use for corn silage, and then we've got a big stock of that come next year, and then we can get cows. That is my plan. I've got 2 pastures, 4 cows and a barn area as well. So the cattle that we're going to use for meat can go in the pastures, and then any cattle we keep, maybe as a small group for milking, we can have in the barn. I'm trying to talk and drive, and neither is going well. Driving is poor and the talking. Here is a side entrance into our land. Got a little sign there, just so people know. And you can just see the farm in the distance now, and this field that has been ploughed up, which is our largest by far. Ooh, that was a bit tight. So here we are, back at the ranch. Close the gate behind us because I'm not planning on leaving again anytime soon. I think I've got everything I'll need. If we come over here, we can look out into the field. And we're almost done. It is a big field. I sort of follow. It does go up the hill a bit, but it is far too hilly over there, really, for growing anything on or getting a tractor up with implements. So we sort of followed the contours around that hill. Not too many stones have been thrown up either, but we are going to have to think about getting a stone picker or leasing one in the future. But I'm in no real hurry to deal with that. So let's get these into the farm. And you will be able to see everything that has changed. And I'll show off the equipment. We'll get rid of that now. Now we're all settled in. We'll just pull up over here where I'm keeping things. Yeah, so I got a couple of pallets of alfalfa hay, so that I can hopefully get some sheep in there. It's compacted as well, so there's more than looks in there. can't remember how many thousand litres it is per pallet, but it's quite a lot. And yeah, so there's the barn for the heifers. We'll be able to milk them here as well. There's the milking machine. But yeah, probably not until next year we're going to have any cattle, just so we can prepare in being self-sufficient. I don't want to spend a year having to buy them food when we've not got much money left after setting up. We've got a coon baler here. There's a rake. There's a sprayer. Quite a lot of the stuff is second hand, some of it is new. Food mixer, got an old mower, cultivator, and a disc harrow. Got another plough there, a Kinsey planter. I've got this bale wrapper because I've never really used silage sausages. So we're going to try and make some use of that as well. I do have the big silo over there in the distance, you can see. I was thinking I'd use that for fermenting corn, fermenting chaff. We've got this here for spreading lime when we need to. Header for our combine, and manure. I've just got an achievement. What a nice surprise. A manure spreader and a big Great Plains seeder there. And if we jog back this way, you can see we've got a water tank there. Lots of these are mods. Some of them are from all over the place. Source of water here. Yeah, some of them are from the mod hub, and some of them are from a Discord channel that I found thanks to Farmer Klein. I don't remember its name. I will tab out right now and I will tell you. Let's see what it's called. Farm Simulator Mods and Links. Farming Simulator Mods and Links. Here's our workshop. It is pretty swanky. And inside we have our combine. And we got two older tractors, one very old tractor. Mostly just for shunting stuff about, really. And because I like a farm all. They're pretty cool, I think. Oops, I've got super strength. I wanted to close the door. I didn't want to do that. Got John Deere here, and then we've got a newer one as well for the heavy work. This is our only brand new tractor. In the field over there it's a case as well. So we've got a bit of a mixture. Nice variety of colours, well, just red and green. Yeah, we got two bins, fuel tank, fermenting silo right there, and then we have a bobcat here. In here we've got, if it'll open, let's bring up. Okay, let's make sure we're not picking up anything we shouldn't be. There we go. Got chicken food in there. I think the door might have just nudged the bobcat. And over here we've got a rooster and a couple of chickens. Just to keep us company. Farmhouse, I've added a few decorations. These are the seasonal ones that will change. And it is a pretty cool farmhouse as well. From Elk Mountain Modding. In fact, I think exclusively all of the assets I used to build the ranch are from him. You see, I'm a very religious fella. I believe in God and my gun. That's all I believe in. And nice kitchen. I like coffee as well. All that's really missing is a sign that says live, laugh, love. But it's a very good model. It's really cool. Except I've just walked. Oh, there we go. We can't get out the door. There we go. Yeah, so that's farmhouse, and we've got a garage as well. Yeah, everything, apart from the silo and the grain bins, everything is from Elk Mountain Modding. And I really like them. I've always wanted to just build some sort of ranch with his assets. I did it on No Man's Land earlier in the year, and I really liked it, and I wished I'd kept the save and showed it off. I did it on an online server though, and I think I've still got the save. I could probably show it off, but I'm very happy with how all this has turned out. Actually, I'm pretty pleased. So I think what we're gonna want to do is get a tractor, and we'll take a look at the other fields. And we will take the big John Deere. We'll get rid of that. We don't want those. And I think what I'm going to do as well is take with me oops. Completely missed. There we go. Take the John Deere cultivator with me. So we can start marking out one of the other fields as well. I could mow them up now, and maybe I should. Because then we can... Yes, we will. Change of plans. Let's swing back around. Let's take the mower with us. I didn't want to mow up that big field because I didn't want to have too many bales to think about dealing with. But there's no reason we couldn't mow some up and start making some silage just to have some. Or in fact hay. Oops. Get some hay made up, and then we can definitely get some sheep on the go. So we'll take a look around as we head out. And what we're going to do is we're going to come through the fields. It's not far from done in this field. What I've tried to do as well is put gates next to most of the cattle grids, because you would want a gate as well, because the cattle can't go over the grids. But if I wanted to move cattle from one field to another, you'd want to have the gates to let them through, otherwise you'd have to put something down over the grid so they'd be able to walk across it. If we go down this way, so you can see in this field, I've got one of the open pastures just there. And in fact, what I'm wondering is if I go into silo extensions, I can get a poo pile. Not that one. Not that one. Is it under animals? I'm sure I had one. See if I put it far away, it's going to tell me it's not close enough, I hope. That will be... Let's see. See, it needs to be placed next to a barn. So here it would be okay. So will it work with the open pastures? I don't think it will. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, does it? Needs to be placed next to a barn. That's alright. We can use this one though, and I think I do need one. I don't think it will. I don't think it'll spawn anywhere in here, if memory serves correct. I think that might be slurry, but I don't think there is a manure spawn on it. So to be on the safe side, let's pop one in. I don't really like those bricks. We could go with this one. It's on a bit of a jaunty angle that I'm not very fond of. See, it's stuck on the grid. And I've not placed anything on the grid. What about... That's probably going to be too small. I think that's going to really annoy me. So I jumped out to check, and the rustic barn does have a manure spot as well as a slurry spot, so I deleted the extension that I placed. Down here, just beyond that pasture, got a bit of grassland, not much room to it, but you could imagine you could move the cattle about when you needed to. Oops. There is this lovely prop here of bales that will always be there. Nothing I can really do with that. I can't delete it, unfortunately. I don't really like having prop bales on the map, but it is what it is. Other than that, I don't have a single complaint with the map. I think it's the best map that's been made for a farm sim, that gives you freedom to do whatever you want. You know, it might not be the best in terms of like a realistic farm that someone might want, or a particular setting. Wyoming might not appeal to everyone. You know, county lines, maps like that as well are always up there, but I think this one, with the openness that you could farm if you wanted, and you could build a farm on land, there's plenty of land to do that. Or you could use the farm that is in the other modes instead of start from scratch when there's nothing. And there's like quarrying and gold mining and stuff like that. So I think it's... And I like the setting. I think it's pretty good. We have a sheep area here. This is where our sheep are going to be. And then the field is split in two again. So if we come over this way, you'll see there is another field just over here. Watch out for the bushes. So we've got plenty of options. If we come back this way, you will see with another cow pasture here. This is just connected to that other one. See if we swing in here. Got another large pasture area. I could probably split this one again as well and have something on the other side, because the the footprint for where the cows roam. It doesn't fill the whole field. But I'm happy to have the illusion that the cows are using the whole field. When we do have cows, we don't have any cows right now. But yeah, we're going to swing back down to this one. Just the small one, and get it mowed up. It's quite hilly, but I think I will plough it. And then maybe just plant grass or alfalfa here. Is it not leaving anything? That's a shame. So that didn't work, and I've realised why. It's because I used a strimmer or bushwhacker, if you call it that, to cut some grass, messing around with it, a daft mod on ModHub. And of course around the house, after placing props and buildings and stuff, all the grass and stuff on the terrain, it all goes blank, doesn't it? So I put down some new long grass in there, which is different to the long grass that's on the map from the start. So when you mow the long grass that's on the map from the very start, whatever asset it is, it's different to the grass that you can put down in the landscaping tools, and it doesn't give you anything when you mow it. Although it does seem to have like a cut animation when the cultivator goes over it, so I don't really know what the deal is. Now I'm doubting myself. Maybe I did something wrong with the mower, I don't know. Maybe I needed to leave it. I don't know. Even if it's not at a fully grown state, you should be able to cut it, shouldn't you, to produce a bit of something at least. So have to mess around and find out, but I don't mind anyway. We'll plough this up and we can plant grass. Although if it doesn't work for mowing, it does make me wonder if it will work for the cow grazing mod and sheep grazing mod, where your cattle will graze the grass that's on the ground and it will act as food for them. I guess maybe not. So if we wanted it to work, we might have to plough up those fields and plant grass in them as well. Let's try and get that tiny bit there. I guess we'll see. It's not a big deal if the grazing mod doesn't work. I'm happy to give them hay anyway and stuff, so. But yeah, we'll try and get this field marked out before dark, and then hopefully get it ploughed before winter. And this one will be much quicker as well because it is much smaller than the other one. That first field is probably by far going to be our biggest, I'd have thought. Or maybe the second half of the sheep field would be bigger, maybe. And the nights are drawing in. Let's get the lights on so we can see what we're doing. Devour that bush. Get out of here. So I don't really have a plan for the videos or series, if you can call it a series. Some guy making some videos that a few people might watch. But I'm gonna kind of roleplay it. This is all the money we've got now. We could boost our loan if we want to, but setup's all done, and we're just gonna try and make a bit of money, maybe expand. Get a couple of new tractors, get rid of the old, get some bigger equipment to make ploughing and cultivating that giant field a bit more bearable. And we'll just sort of take it from there, see how it goes, where it goes. I was just in the mood to make a farm sim video again at last. And I guess people kind of like them because they were watched a bit. Some of you subscribed. And I enjoyed making them, and I really enjoy this map, and I wanted to play on this map. And even when I play on my own, whatever game I play, I sort of think of backstories and reasons for things in my head. Whatever the game is, generally, like, you know, why something is the way it is, or where it is, or has been built as such. So when you do a video and you do that sort of thing, it's nice to be able to share that. You know, the same with like city skylines, and when I play that, I like to think, you know, why roads are where they are and things like that. So yeah, it's just nice to sort of share that lore that you invent, I guess, or I find it nice sharing it unsolicited as well, whether you like it or not. We're nearly done with this. I suppose we may as well see it out together. I just missed a spot. We do have precision farming enabled as well. I do like that a lot more. And maybe the end goal will be to try and get a good rating, because I think there's a rating system now, isn't there, as to how environmentally friendly you're being. You know, get the fancy sprayer that only sprays herbicide when it detects weeds. Things like that, that'd be pretty cool. So here we go, last bit now. I hope you've been having a good week. I've had a rubbish cold. I hope you've enjoyed the video. My cold's much better now. I don't think I sound as stuffy or blocked up as I did. We're going to put that back to limit to field, and we're not going to do that. We're going to fold it up. We're going to get rid of that. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll try and get some stuff planted next time and get ready for next year in the game. Have a good one. Take care.